morning, friends. Thank you so much for being here. My name is David. As always, grateful to share this practice with you, thankful to be here, and I always appreciate seeing you and seeing your comments after, and I'm just so thankful that we get to share this time together. And for today's practice, focusing on the topic of prosperity. I'd always struggled with this word because whenever I had thought of the word, I had difficulties aligning with it, and for various reasons. But one of the reasons why was this internal question of what is there to be prosperous about? Or why do I deserve prosperity? Or why do others deserve prosperity? These sort of questions would come up for me, and I struggled with it for a long time. Or I would see some of these religious philosophies out there, and I would judge them, quite honestly. These prosperity religions, where you would see someone speaking and earning a lot, while the individuals that followed them were struggling. So anyways, I had a very difficult time understanding and comprehending it because I always consider prosperity to be monetary. And while the definition of prosperity is a successful, flourishing, or thriving condition, especially in financial respects and good fortune, wealth comes in a lot more forms than just money. And I feel that that's probably where I got caught up in my misunderstanding of it. And prosperity can come in all sorts of ways. Prosperity can come in the form of work. Prosperity can come in the form of relationships and friendships. Prosperity can come in the form of love. Prosperity can come in the form of service. There's so many ways in which we can express prosperity. It doesn't have to be through things like money, although that's still a part of it. Okay, and it's also taking away shame, because sometimes there's things like shame that get in the way of our ability to express and experience prosperity. Sometimes there is this feeling of not enoughness or lack that makes us not be able to experience prosperity in our own lives. And I find it of value and of importance to actually take the time and look at that, because at the end of the day, I see us, human beings, is all capable. We're all capable. In fact, we are so unlimited in all ways possible, but it's when we get conditioned or when we listen to that voice of conditioning that prevents us from experiencing true prosperity. And so Anthony St. Martin, if you had a chance to see my story yesterday, I shared this quote, but he said, "Never surrender your hopes and dreams to the fateful limitations others have placed on their own lives. The vision of your true destiny does not reside within the blinkered outlook of the naysayers and the doomed prophets. Judge not by their words, but accept advice based on the evidence of actual results. Do not be surprised should you find a complete absence of anything mystical or miraculous in the manifested reality of those who are so eager to advise you. Friends and family who suffer the lack of abundance, joy, love, fulfillment, and prosperity in their own lives really have no business imposing their self-limiting beliefs on your reality experience." In other words, naysayers out there, the ones that are always in a negative state of mind, why do we allow those people into our lives in a way that allows them to control us? I understand from a young age, if we're surrounded by that maybe that's affected us. But later on in our lives, who is in control? The past and those old voices that say, no, you don't deserve this, or this, that, or the other? Or do we take the proudness of our own and say, you know what? I can live a prosperous life, and I can also help individuals around me at the same time. Because when we start to turn that on, we can start to let go of these old, limited belief systems, which unfortunately a lot of people live by. I find it is good work and helpful work to remind others, as well as doing this work reminds me too of the stuff I need to look at. But we can be prosperous. Even at a time like this, we can still live and be prosperous. But it takes working together, it takes listening, it takes Taking a deep breath, slowing down, pulling back, letting go of ego, letting go of ideas of ourselves, practicing contentment, and being honest with ourselves. Aristotle said, learning is an ornament in prosperity, a refuge in adversity, and a provision in old age. And constantly being open to learning. Admitting, you know what, I don't know certain things, but that's okay that I don't know it. I don't have to pretend that I know it. Because the information's there, I can learn it. Learning is one of the best ways in which we can connect to prosperity. But if we're closed-minded about it, prosperity becomes very difficult to experience because there is a learning curve in prosperity. Wayne Dyer said, when you're able to shift your inner awareness to how you can serve others, and when you make this the central focus of your life, you will then be in a position to know true miracles in your progress towards prosperity. And so it's all about shifting what is inside. And I've said this before in many classes, but it's not about the external. The external is the external. That's okay. Love the external. Love everything about the external. Find those areas where maybe we're challenged in love. Look inside at that. Understand where there may be some channels. When I mean channels, I mean just different conditions that may be there that are turned on that prevent us from experiencing love and abundance that is around us. Because the fact of the matter is, it's always there. It doesn't go away. It's just that our eye may not be seeing it at that moment because there is a conditioned block in the way from seeing it. But the more we practice and the more we see, oh, it's unlimited. It's there. And I speak from personal experience on it. Everyone creates realities based on their own personal beliefs. These beliefs are so powerful that they can create both expansive or entrapping realities over and over again. That is a quote by the Buddhist Kuan Yin. And again, it comes back to our thoughts create and our belief systems create the reality for us. And if our belief system has contention in it or it has tension inside of it, well, the experience on the outside is going to be the same thing. And we can't expect anything different until we change the way we look at something and the way we processing something, which means we have to learn to look at it a little bit differently. Being open, being expansive. Calvin Coolidge said, prosperity is only an instrument to be used, not a deity to be worshipped. So as we speak about prosperity, it's not about, oh, prosperous, prosperous. It's not about getting on our knees and worshiping prosperity. Prosperity is here. It's just getting out of our heads that it's not here. And when life throws us all sorts of interesting curveballs, it doesn't mean we still can't hit the ball. It just means that we're getting a little bit different pitch at that time. It's okay. And again, the more we practice it, the more we choose to see it, the more we take notice of when the mind is giving us that narrative of, oh, there's something lacking here, there's not enough here, you know, I can't be complete until this gets completed. That is a form of false belief, because the fact of the matter is you're already complete. We're just doing the work of something greater right now. So with that said, I have more quotes to share, and I'll share them towards the end of the practice. I also copied and pasted these on the comment section too, so you can go through afterwards and maybe find a little bit of inspiration in it. But let's go ahead and get into our practice. I thank you for your time and for listening to me. I hope this lesson is helpful as we move through our practice. Let's lay down on our backs. If you have some blocks available or a strap, I suggest grabbing that. And as we lay down on our backs, place the left hand over the heart, place the right hand on the belly. Feel your body relax down towards the mat. and let go of your day. As you let go of your day, just for now, perhaps let go of some old ideas of prosperity we've been holding on to, where we viewed prosperity as a negative thing. Let us relearn prosperity and invite prosperity into our lives. Simple mantras like, I am prosperous. I choose to be prosperous. But in a more affirmative way, the phrase, I am prosperous, speaks itself into existence. Begin to observe the breath. Observe the prosperity of breath. Observe how there is another one after this one. Observe how the universe, or God, or whatever word you choose to call it, feeds us another breath, whether we asked for it or not. Simplify it as much as you can. Start with the basics. And let's begin to breathe together. Please take a long, slow breath in. Fill lungs up. Exhale, let it go. Long, slow, deep breath in. Exhale, letting it go. Deep breath in. Exhale, letting go. Inhale. Exhaling. Gently say to yourself, I live a prosperous life. Inhaling. Exhaling. Gently say to yourself, I am prosperous in all my endeavors. Inhaling. Exhaling. Say to yourself, I invite prosperity into my life. Inhale. Exhale. Continue breathing on your own. And as you breathe on your own, check in with your body. Observe how it's feeling. Is there tension? Is there stress, tightness, soreness, imbalances of any kind? And whatever there may be, let's shift that script a little bit and gently say to ourselves, I am prosperous with health. I am prosperous with healing. I am prosperous with the ability to de-stress. I am prosperous with balance. Say it, try it. Before we push these things away, let's give it a real shot. And as we move deeper into our practice, let us use different affirmations. Let us connect to them, be strong in them. Rest when you need to, take breaks when you need And let's begin to deepen the breath. Please take a long, slow, deep breath in. Feel the navel rise. Let the chest expand. Collarbones spread. Shoulders down the back. Long spine. Relax the face, lips, eyes, mouth, and forehead. Holding your breath at the top of the inhale. Gently say to yourself in your mind, I am prosperous. 3 times. I am prosperous. I am prosperous. I am prosperous. Exhale, let it go. Inhaling. Exhaling. Speaking reality into existence. Again, please take another long, slow, deep breath in. Feel the navel rise. Let the chest expand. Collarbones spread. Shoulders down the back. Long spine. Relax the face, lips, eyes, mouth, and forehead. Holding your breath at the top of the inhale. And as you hold your breath, again, I am prosperous. 3 times. I am prosperous. I am prosperous. I am prosperous. Exhale, let it go. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. And one more time, setting an intention to invite prosperity into our lives. Please take a long, slow, deep breath in. Feel the navel rise, chest expand, collarbones spread, shoulders down the back, long spine. Relax the face, lips, eyes, mouth, and forehead. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale. This time, sip in once, sip in twice, sip in 3 times. Hold the breath at the top. And setting an intention, I choose to invite prosperity into my life today, here and now. I choose to invite prosperity into my life today, here and now. I choose to invite prosperity into my life today, here and now. Exhale, let it go. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. Let's do an Om together. Inhale. Smooth breath in. Exhale, let it go. Release the arms down along the sides. Softly blink the eyes open. All right. Let's start to move the fingers, move the toes, circle out the wrists, circle out the ankles. You know, and as I was teaching at the recovery centers this week, I was sharing a quote by Louise Hayes that talked about affirmations. Circle your wrists and ankles in the opposite direction. And it's one thing to speak and say an affirmation, but it's a completely other thing to believe it. Because we can do the thing where we just say things, it's called going through the motions, and we just sort of practice it, but we don't actually get much from it because there's not a belief there that it will actually come into fruition. Part of this, too, is having this silent belief that it's going to come true. On an inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, shoulders back and down. Because an affirmation without belief, inhale, forward and up. Exhale, shoulders roll down the back. will have difficulty coming into fruition. Inhale, forward and up. Exhaling, back and down. And inhaling, forward and up. Exhaling, back and down. On an inhale, reach the arms up and over the head. Interlace the hands and press the palms. Lengthen your legs forward, point the toes, and reach. Find as much length as you can throughout your entire body. Point through your toes, glide the shoulder blades upwards towards the ears. Find flexion through the wrists. Try to press your palms towards the wall that's behind you just a little bit more. Feel the stretch through your rib cage. Feel the stretch through the side waistline. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. And on the exhale, release the arms down along the sides. I am prosperous. Say it, please. Inhale, arms reach up and over the head. Opposite interlace of the hands. Other pinky on top, flex through the wrist, press the palms. And then flex your feet. Curl the toes back towards your nose, pressing the heels forward. Press the backs of the legs down. And the truth is, when it comes to prosperity, what I realized was when I wasn't speaking about it, or when I was denying that it was there, that was the cause that it wasn't showing up. But when I choose to start speaking about it, and speaking about it in my life, with my loved ones, with my friends, about the prosperity and the abundance that is here, all of a sudden, because we're using that word more often and we are seeing it, it shows up for us. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, release the arms down along the sides. Slowly bring the knees into your chest and give yourselves a hug. And we can get caught up in the narratives of others, the narrative of the news, rock side to side, saying that there's scarcity, that there's not enough, that, all hell is breaking loose, and as my dad would say, going to hell in a handbasket. If we believe these somebody else's thoughts and beliefs to be true, well then yeah, of course it's going to come in. But if we take it on our own and say, you know what, I hear you, I understand you, I respect your thoughts and feelings, but I choose to look at it differently, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And to teach people that that's okay too is so important. Please extend your left leg forward, bring your right knee into the chest. Flex the feet, shoulder blades down the back, collarbone spread. And one of the ways to practice prosperity is practicing contentment. Being content with what it is we have right now. Not pushing anything away, not asking for more, just realizing that in this moment, we have what it is that we need right now. It doesn't mean that can't change, because the fact of the matter is it's always changing. But we can practice contentment and then begin to experience the abundance that is always showing itself around us. And that is called a prosperity of vision, being able to actually see that. Please take a deep breath in. Exhale, right thigh into the chest. Deep breath in. And exhale. On an inhale, interlace the hands behind the back of the right leg. Point the right toes upwards towards the sky. All right? As you point the right toes upwards towards the sky, straighten the leg as much as you can. The hands can be down at the lower end of the hamstring, or you can take it higher up towards the knee. Up to you. You decide. Now point through the toes. Left toe points, right toe points. Spread through collarbones. And we'll just gently move with the breath. Inhale, flex the feet. Exhale, point the toes. I choose to live a prosperous life. Inhale, flex the feet. Try saying that affirmation to yourself. Exhale, point the toes. Is there resistance in saying it? Inhale, flex the feet. And exhale, point the toes. Take a full breath in. Exhale, gently bend the right knee into the chest. And bring your left knee into your chest. Switch the interlace of the hands around the left shin. Take your right leg forward. Collarbone spread. Shoulder blades down the back. Flex the feet. Now the reason why I ask, is there any resistance? Because where there is resistance, there is persistence. And what resists will persist. And so, again, it's all well and good that we can use these affirmations, but if there's resistance to even saying it, is there fear that surrounds it? Is there fear that surrounds the idea of prosperity? Is there perhaps a little voice in the head that says, I don't deserve to be prosperous based off of things that I have done? If that voice shows up for you, let's work on that. Let's learn to let that go, because you do deserve to live a prosperous life. Every single one of us does. We all add so much beauty to each other's lives when we take the time to look at it. It's true. Please take a deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhaling. And full breath in. On the exhale, let's extend our left leg upwards towards the sky. Interlace the hands behind the back of the left hamstring. Any amount. Okay? Any amount. If you have a little bend in the knee, that's okay. No one's judging. Guess what? We're prosperous with movement today. We're prosperous with flexibility. Just the fact that we were able to get out of our beds today, that is prosperity in many respects. So as we point through our toes, collarbone spread, shoulders down the back. Decide if you'd like to have your hands lower to the buttocks or higher towards the knee. And then we'll move the feet with the breath. Inhale, flex the feet. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex feet. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex the feet. And exhale, point the toes. Slowly bring your left knee back into your chest. I am prosperous today. Bring your right knee into your chest. Say it together, please. I am prosperous today. Good. Then taking the hands on the knees, just start to circle the knees out. Go slow with it. Feel into your lower back, lumbar spine. You know, if you opened up the refrigerator, is there food inside of it? That's prosperity right there. You know, is there gas in the car? That's prosperity in little ways. They don't have to be big, extravagant ways. But again, starting out with contentment, with the things that we have. Because there's some people that don't even have that. And I'm reminded of that. And I want people to have that. I want people to have a car full of gas or an electric car or whatever. But a refrigerator full of food, an unhungry stomach. Opposite direction, circle the knees out. I had my oil change the other day in my car, and a gentleman by the name of Alfonso drove me over to the center where I teach, and he was talking to me about abundance, And he's from Mexico, and he said most Americans don't realize what abundance is. He said, I've gone for many days without food as a child, and you just get used to that sensation in your stomach. And my jaw, I could kind of feel, started dropping. I was like, wow, thank you for sharing that story, and thank you for being a reminder of all the many blessings that I have in my life. Lower the feet down towards the ground. Take the knees wide apart. Take the hands to the tops of the thighs and gently press the thighs away from you. So we're releasing our lower back here. Feel the navel pull in just a little bit to release the lower back. Then he talked for me for a little bit about his time living in Mexico as a child and then moving here to America and the movement across the border, and he became a legal citizen, and I was just blown away by this man's story. He'd been living here for the past 40 years with his family, and I was like, wow, this country really does allow and provide for a lot of prosperity for people that are willing to do the work and commit to being here. And it was just a very, very beautiful reminder. And it's actually what inspired this practice today. So thank you, good sir, over at the Ford dealership for creating this practice. From here, please take the hands to the outer thighs. Bring the knees together. Cross your right thigh over the left. And then bring both knees in towards your chest. As you bring both knees in towards your chest, if it's available, take the hands to the shins and pull the shins apart. If you'd like a little bit more, maybe you grab the feet and pull the feet away from one another. Don't need to overdo it. Just do what feels right. Deep breath in. Press the tailbone down. Exhale. Full breath in. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Exhaling. And full breath in. Exhaling. Please switch the crossing of the legs. Other thigh on top. Left thigh over the right. Knees draw in. Reach down with the hands. Grab the feet. Grab the ankles. Gently pull the feet apart. Feel into your buttocks, hips. Whatever tension that may be there, let's try to relax it. I choose to live a prosperous life. Please say it with me. I choose to live a prosperous life. Full breath in. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. And deep breath in. Exhaling. Slowly uncross. As you uncross, bring the knees back into your chest again, and then let's begin to rock up and down the length of the spine. As you rock up and down, start to get some momentum, rocking up and down so much. When you're ready, rock over your feet, and then please come on to your hands and knees, tabletop positions. As we come into a tabletop position, let's reverse our hands today. So it's going to be an external rotation of the forearm and upper arm. So our fingers point back towards our knees. Now, if your hands can't go all the way around, that's okay. Maybe the hands are turned more out to the sides. And then from here, walk your knees back. As you walk your knees back, shift your weight back a little bit more so you feel a stretch through your forearms. We use our hands every day from menial tasks to the everyday to holding loved ones to doing work. Let's let our body relax a little bit. Allow it to open. Let the hands, forearms, arms release. And the universe is always providing prosperity for us. It's unlimited. It only becomes limited based on our attachments. But when we step back and really take a look at it, it is always providing for us. On the inhale, shifting forward, turn the hands around, shake the hands out. There is lessons of abundance always around us. Shoulders over wrists, hips over the knees, tabletop positions. Inhale, pull the heart forward, look forward, cow. Exhale, chin to the chest, round the spine. Inhale, pull the heart forward, look forward, cow. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine. Inhaling, cow pose, pull the heart forward. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. On your own, take about 5 to 6 more rounds. I choose to use the prosperity in my life to help teach others prosperity in their lives. Try that one. I choose to use prosperity in my life to help teach others prosperity in their lives. That way it's not just a selfish game about me, 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 what can I get? Because that gets old. And that is the antithesis of adult behavior. That's reverting to a child. Inhaling. And exhaling. Finding a neutral spine, inhale. Exhale, start to circle your hips out. Roll the shoulders, circle the head. Prosperity can come in the form of children. You know, families that have very beautiful families. I feel very prosperous with the family I have. Although I have to admit, it's kind of weird. The kids left yesterday for Ohio for 3 weeks to be with their father. And teaching meditation last night, I'm used to hearing the sound of kids kind of running around upstairs and TV on and sound and music and stereos playing. And there was just this eerie silence. And there was almost this imagined sounds I was creating in my head. It's like, what was that? I thought the kids were gone. Circle the hips in the opposite direction. Shelley was with me too as we were teaching a meditation. I do miss them though. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back towards center. Keep the hips where they're at. Hips over the knees. Walk your hands forward. Let your chest move down towards the ground. Let the forehead come down. I choose to use prosperity to benefit all. Try to say that one with me. I choose to use prosperity to benefit all. Take a full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Full breath in. And exhale, let it go. On the inhale, shifting forward, walking the hands back in. Step your right foot between the hands. And if you need blocks, use blocks. You can place your hands on blocks. The left leg extends back. Bend into your right knee. Stack the right knee over the right ankle. Right toes point forward. Now the tendency is for the back left foot to roll outwards onto the outer left ankle. Try to firm the inner left ankle in so that way you can press all 5 toenails of the left foot down into the ground. And then start to lift your chest. We can choose to stay here, or if we want to take it up a notch higher, interlace the hands around the top of the right thigh, sit forward and down into the hips. It's a nice stretch through the left psoas, left hip flexors, left quad. Keep the chest lifted. Take the rounding out of the spine, shoulder blades down the back. Full breath in. Exhale. Prosperity naturally shows up for me. Try to say that one. Prosperity naturally shows up for me. And if there's any questioning in the mind that comes up as you say these, just check in with that. Ask, who's the one that questions this prosperity? Because the fact of the matter is, just because we can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there, or doesn't mean that it's not coming our way. We just have to align with it. When we align with it, it begins to show up for us. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands, fingertips down, take the hips back, straighten through the right leg. Just as when we align with healing, well, we might start to make some phone calls, we might take a deep breath in. Exhale, straighten the right leg, right hip draws back, left rib cage rotates slightly down, elongate your spine just a little bit more. Deep breath in. Exhale. But it also comes down to believing in yourself. Because if we truly believed in ourselves, then we realize that part of the self is prosperity too, and they go hand in hand. Part of belief in the self is abundance. That goes hand in hand. Part of it is love, kindness. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Deep breath in. Exhale. On an inhale, please bend into the right knee, sit low in the hips, look forward. Exhale, slide the right foot back, and then step your left foot forward. As you step your left foot forward, untuck the back right toes, sit low into the hips, left knee over the left ankle, press the left foot down. You can use blocks on this side or lift your chest up, opposite interlace of the hands, sit the pelvis forward and down. Firm the back right ankle in, try to press all 5 toenails of the right foot down into your mat. So that way we maintain a level of engagement in the posture. Remember, each posture has 2 qualities, steadiness and pleasant ease. Deep breath in. Exhale, sitting forward and down. Let every cell in your body feel it. I am prosperous. Say it to yourself. I am prosperous. With conviction. I am prosperous. Notice if there's timidity in the voice. What's the timidness coming from? Look into that. Ask yourself. Deep breath in. Exhale. And one more time. Full breath in. Exhale. Release the hands, fingertips down to the mat or blocks. Take your hips back and straighten through your left leg. Flex your left foot, right hip forward, left hip back. Reach your heart forward as you press your left heel down into your mat. Long, slow, deep breath in. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Exhaling. Full breath in. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Exhaling. If you're in California, if you ever get a chance to go to Cafe Gratitude, all the menu items have little names, and one of the menu items is I am prosperous. I believe it's some sort of salad, but next time you're there, if you get a chance to, when the timing is right, check out Cafe Gratitude. Please contribute to small, influential, healthy, good, wholesome businesses. With your next inhale, please bend into your left knee. On the exhale, slide the left foot back. Let's take our knees wide apart, big toes to touch, come into a child's pose. Crawl the hands out in front of you, let the chest move down towards the ground. As the chest moves down towards the ground, maybe you even take your gaze slightly forward. And then settle in. If you need to adjust the knees accordingly, in time, the knees will move further and further apart away from one another. I choose to live a prosperous and fulfilling life. Please say that to yourself firmly. I choose to live a prosperous and fulfilling life. I affirm prosperity in my life. Invite it in. Full breath inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhaling. And full breath in. Exhaling. then walk the hands in, lift the chest up. As you lift the chest up, let's swing our feet off to the side and take our legs out in front of us. As you take your legs out in front of you, flex through your feet, curl the toes back towards you. If you need a strap, grab a strap. We're going to be in a long forward fold here. Inhale, arms reaching up. And on the exhale, fold in. Now, as you fold in, stay with the discomforts that may show up for you. If you're a new beginner and practicing for the first time or first few times, it's completely understandable to want to back off out of postures because of the way that they're making you feel at the moment. But in time, we learn how to override this and to break through some of the tension-holding patterns that are there. Because one of the tension-holding patterns is the internal narrative that says, this doesn't feel good, I don't want to do this isn't benefiting me. We have to look at that one in the stretching process when we're opening ourselves up in this type of manner. In other areas, I would say maybe listen to that voice if it doesn't feel right. But know that when practicing yoga or stretching, there's going to be times of discomfort. And it's learning to work with it and work through it rather than avoidance. Because avoidance is, unfortunately, in this type of practice, leads to a level of ignorance. And when we ignore the problem or avoid the problem, we can't solve it or move beyond it until we give it a solid look. Deep breath in. Exhale. Keep folding in. Notice already how much deeper you're into the pose than when we first began. And if you stay with it long enough over time, with practice and dedication, you'll fold all the way over the legs. And remember, yoga is not about being the most flexible person in the world. It's about being comfortable in our own bodies without specific tension and pain cycles showing up to hamper our daily lives and daily activities that hamper our experience of prosperity in our lives. Long, slow, deep breath in. Exhale. And one more time. Full breath in. Flex the feet. Exhale. With your next inhale, please lift your chest up. Shake the legs out. And then turn and open the legs wide apart. Any amount's all good. What feels right for your body today. Take the hands out in front of you. Take a full breath in. And on the exhale, walk your hands forward and fold in. And a narrative I hear a lot, especially in clinics that I work in, is, well, I did this in my past, therefore I don't deserve to live a prosperous life. I need to atone and reconcile my sins and all of this and that. And I respect that, I honor that, but at the same time, we also must recognize that we are no longer in our past. In fact, in the journey of healing and in the journey of prosperity and growth, we need to learn to let go of the past. Amendments of the past, perfect, great work, do it. Forgiveness of the past, do it. Acceptance of the past, do it. Gratitude for the past, do it. But we also need to learn to let go of the past enough and in a way so that we can move forward with prosperity. Because if we're holding on to the past, how can we possibly have our hands open to receive prosperity if we're still clinging to something? And so recognizing, walk your hands forward a little bit more, that as human beings, we're going to make mistakes here. Some learn their lessons sooner than later. That's okay. This is not a comparison process or practice here on earth. It's all growth, and it's all learning, and it's all evolution taking place right before our eyes. And we have to allow ourselves to live in abundance in order to experience abundance. We have to allow prosperity to come into our life for us to experience it. But we also must learn to let go of the past, which may be holding us back from that experience. Because the fact is, the past is not here. We learn from it. We grow from it so as not to repeat it. Hopefully, cross our fingers. But the good news is, if we don't, the lessons go on and on and on and on and on and on and on until we do. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhaling. And a full breath in. Exhale. Slowly walk your hands over to your right side. I'm going to mirror you, so I'll walk mine over to my left. But fold over your right side and roll your left rib cage down to your right leg. Extend your spine. Press the buttocks down. Reach. Long, slow breath in. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Exhaling. And full breath in. Exhaling. Slowly lifting up. Turn towards your left leg. Keep the feet flexed. Inhale. Fold over your left leg. Rotate the right rib cage down towards the left leg. Press the heels down. Press your right buttocks down. Long, slow breath in. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Exhaling. And full breath in. Exhaling. On an inhale, please lift your chest up. From here, let's cross our shins. Comfortable cross-seated position. Hands on knees, palms face down. Start to circle your head out. Go slow. Prosperity exists within every moment. Say that one. Affirm it. Prosperity exists in every moment. I feel that one in my heart when I say it. Because I know that my mind will sometimes say, no, it doesn't. Nope. It's not there. I don't see it. But there is much more beyond our senses, friends. Roll the shoulders out. Circle your spine out. As you circle your spines, lower back, breathe. Inhaling, exhaling. Go for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhaling. Switch the crossing of the legs. The other shin is on top. Hands on the knees. Palms face down. Lift chest. Inhale. Exhale. Circle the head in the opposite direction. Prosperity is always here. Can you imagine if we had a nation that said that together? We had leadership that can connect us in that way. Oh, so many less homeless people. We have to start thinking in these terms and living and breathing and serving in these terms. Circle the spine out. And the thing is, it's not up to our leaders. Really, it comes down to us and our communities, how we speak to one another, how we talk to one another. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be a person you pass in the aisle. It could be a cashier. It could be an individual or a stranger you may see in a class. But it's constantly having our hearts on contentment. Prosperity springs from contentment. Yes, there is work involved in it. But that work is divine work. It's not, oh, gotta do this work. With the next inhale, please rise up. And on the exhale, uncross the legs, and we'll make our way onto our backs. Please grab a block. As we grab a block, lowering the back down, lift the hips up, and then place the block underneath the buttocks. As you place the block underneath the buttocks, you can take your legs long if that feels good. If you feel any pinching in your lower back, then back off a little bit. Cactus the arms, palms face up. And I find the beautiful part that I've learned about prosperity is it was typically in religions that I heard the word prosperity come up, but you know, you don't have to be quote unquote religious to experience the prosperity of life. It's naturally there. Does religion provide a little bit of guidance? Oh, absolutely, 100%. I'm all for it. But for those that may be a little bit timid or fearful of quote-unquote religious practices or doctrine, that's okay, that's understandable too. Truthfully, it's about meeting everybody where they are at. Not projecting anything, not pushing too hard, but just accepting where each individual is at in their stream of life. All is good. And then from here, bring one knee at a time into the chest. Take the legs upwards towards the sky. As you take the legs upwards towards the sky, tailbone relaxes, the hips relax. Feel the lumbar spine relax. If it's helpful, you can even place your hands on your stomach and lightly, ever so lightly press down. Perhaps you may feel into some tense areas in your abdomen. And take a full breath in. Exhale, knees into the chest. Lower the feet down towards the ground. On an inhale, lift your hips up, remove the block. Exhale, lower the buttocks down. Cactus the arms. And then windshield wiper the knees side to side, back and forth, back and forth. Then please let the knees fall over to your right side. Cross your right ankle over the outer left knee. As you cross the right ankle over the outer left knee, turn the head to the left. Breathe into the outer left thigh, IT band. I choose to live a prosperous life. All people in my life will be prosperous as well. Try saying that one. I choose to live a prosperous life. All beings in my life will live prosperous as well. Is there doubt when saying that? Honestly. Because these are the things that we should check in with. Is the doubting one showing up? Is the fearful one showing up? And while I feel that everybody has their own individual lessons to learn, for those that are open to it, prosperity is a lesson that is always teaching, always, and in all ways. On an inhale, uncross the legs, bring the knees back towards center. And on the exhale, take the knees over to the left, cross your left ankle over the outer right knee, head turns to the right. In one of my teachers, Dr. Patricia Wynne Jones, she's a pain management doctor, she taught me that. She would listen to me talk sometimes when I go into her office, and she'd immediately say, do you even hear what you're saying? Speak it into existence. Right now, you're speaking negativity into existence. Change the way you speak. Of course, at the time, my ego was such where I really didn't want to hear that. And part of, the growth factor is letting go of ego, because it's our egos that will get in the way every single time. Prosperity, abundance, it's here right now. Connect to it. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. One more. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Slowly uncrossing the legs, the knees come back towards center. Hug both knees into your chest. As you hug both knees into your chest, please take a long, slow, deep breath in. Fill your lungs all the way up to the top. Hold the breath. Sip in just a little bit more air. Refocus on your intentions for your practice today, inviting prosperity into your life. And exhale, let it go. Releasing everything down towards the ground, Shavasana. And as you relax down into your Shavasana, I'm going to share a few more quotes that are heartfelt and meaningful towards the progress of prosperity. Joshua Kai said, even the smallest shift in perspective can bring about the greatest healing. Sherry K. White said, you give because the love of God has been poured into your heart, not to satisfy the law. Marianne Williams said, "The most powerful thought is a prayerful thought. When I'm praying for you, I am praying for my own peace of mind. I can only have for myself what I'm willing to wish for you." Anurag Prakash Ray said, "Positive thinking and positive attitude attracts prosperity, peace, and happiness. It also exposes us towards the path of achievements and success." An anonymous quote, "Submit to God and be at peace with Him. In this way, prosperity will come to you." Jerry Gillis said, "The strongest single factor in prosperity consciousness is self-esteem. Believing you deserve it. Believing you will get it." Wayne Dyer said, "When I chased after money, I never had enough. When I got my life on purpose and focused on giving of myself and everything that arrived into my life, then I was prosperous." William Shakespeare said, "Prosperity's the very bond of love." Catherine Ponder said, "If you want greater prosperity in your life, start forming a vacuum to receive it." Meaning, let go of those old thoughts and patterns that prevented you from experiencing true prosperity. And finally, the first step in achieving prosperity and wealth is learning to appreciate what you already have. Please take a long, slow breath in. Exhale, let it go. Long, slow, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And inhaling, fill the lungs. Exhale, letting it go. Slowly begin to move the fingers, move the toes, circle out the wrists, the ankles, the shoulders. Turn the head side to side, open and close the mouth. And with the deepest, longest inhales all day, reach the arms up and over the head. Give yourself a long stretch. And on the exhale, float the arms down along the sides. Placing a gentle bend in your knees, please roll over to your left side. Using your right hand, press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. As you press yourselves up into a comfortable seated position, placing the hands over the heart. And just gently say to yourself, you can say it out loud, "I am prosperous, I am prosperous, I am prosperous. My life is filled with prosperity in all forms, in all shapes. I choose to share prosperity with others so that they may also be prosperous. Prosperity is for everyone." Please take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. We'll finish with an Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale, fill lungs. Exhale, bow the head down towards the hands. honoring yourselves today, your practices, for showing up on your mat. We honor our friends, families, loved ones, supporters. We honor those that challenge us and help us grow. In gratitude for the many blessings, gifts, and abundance and prosperity that is in our lives. And in gratitude to the many teachers and guides who came long before us, who passed along these practices called yoga. Gently release the hands down, opening the eyes, lifting your chins. Thank you so much, friends, for being in my life. I appreciate you. As Spock said, live long and prosper. I appreciate you all. If you need anything, please reach out to me and my family. We're here to help and support in any way we can. As we grow, we feel everybody else grows. So please let us know how we can help. And please help us keep growing too. Thank you so much for everything that you do. We love you. We appreciate you. Ho'oponopono. Aho. Namaste, friends. Thank you.